Okay, so it's time for another Nvidia stock update, and let me tell you guys, it's not looking great right now. We're down across the board in terms of the indexes, and Nvidia's down about 3% after it looked like it was going to break out earlier today. But before we dive into it, guys, get your 30 stocks for a moo. Use that link down below. Deposit at least $100, like you guys see right here. You get 5 free stocks. Deposit at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash right now will earn up to 8.1% APY. So guys, what are you waiting for? Check out the link right down below. Get your 30 stocks or go to stocksurfest.com/moo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get into it. So guys, like I said, man, we're down across the board right now on every index here in the US stock market, and Nvidia is down 2.7% after almost breaking out of $150 earlier today. So we went from being at 150 this morning to now holding on by a thread above $140 per share. Talk about volatility, talk about a move here on Nvidia stock for today. So let's break it down. We've pretty much sold off the entire day so far. It's currently about 1:30 p.m. roughly here on the East Coast. And like I said, guys, we're down from 150 this morning to now 143. So we're down about 4% off the intraday high. And clearly we got rejected at 148 to 150, which, by the way, that was resistance roughly yesterday and the day before. You guys see here on the 5-day, 5-minute, right? And on the 30-minute chart, you guys can see we filled the gap, it looks like, here to 148, 150. Now we're filling it right back down. We pretty much did already, right? We ran up, hit this resistance, boom. Now we filled the gap right back down. And the million-dollar question here is, guys, will buyers come in at about 142, 143? Is this where buyers will come in? Or will we flush through this support and start going back towards the mid-low 130s, which obviously would not be good for the bulls, right? So this spot we're at right now is pivotal, man. This is a critical spot, which if we, again, flush through 140, 142, it could slip further in the short term, which I don't necessarily think that's going to happen here. I feel like we're just selling off because of the overall red day in the in the stock market. Excuse me, guys. And overall, we've been due for a bit of a pullback here on Nvidia, and we're still up $15 off the 129 low that we hit just 10 days ago. So yeah, I mean, this was a much needed pull down. Nothing too alarming here. I mean, yes, we got rejected at 148, 150, but we're still maintaining 140 to 142, which you guys know that's a big level of support that needs to hold. So I think, yeah, patience, man, patience. I think buyers will come in here next week in the low mid 140s. We just got to wait for it, wait for the confirmation. And pulling up this 4-hour chart, you guys know, I mean, I've covered it before on the channel many times. 141, 140, 141, 142. That general area was the all-time high back in June, right? So we broke out of that just about 3 weeks ago, early January. We hit another all-time high, 153, right? Then we pulled down to 128. Talk about a roller coaster ride for Nvidia this year. And then when we fell through 140, down to 128, 140 became resistance again, right? Now we broke out of that earlier this week, making it support, and now it's very critical, like I said, for buyers to come in here, come in at 140 and push this thing higher. That is ideal, right? So at this point, man, to keep it simple, we're trading in this sideways channel between 141 as support roughly and resistance at about 148 to 150, right? So we're in this window, and what could happen in the short term here, guys, if buyers come in where we're at now, we might fill this gap back up next week, which I think is possible, very possible. I'm leaning more towards that at this point. So we could fill the gap up next week, right? Now that we're a little oversold. And then that's the moment of truth. If then Nvidia is able to break out of 148, 150, then we might be trading in this window right here, which could get us back to all-time highs. So I think the chart still looks really good. I mean, as long as we hold 140, we're in good shape, and that's where we're at now. Like I said, all we have to do now is wait for buyers to come in, be patient, and maybe catch that move back towards 148, 150, and we'll see where it goes from there. Clearly, guys, I need some water. Voice crack central here, man. What's going on? Well, in this case, this is a coffee, but hey, same crap, right? I need some liquid in my throat, man. That's what I need right now. So, yeah, hopefully this little tiny cold I have is gone by Monday. Hopefully, I think it will be. But yeah, that's the rundown here on Nvidia. Not that bad of a day. Like I said, all the indexes are in the red right now. The S&P is down about 0.25%. You guys can see right here, QQQ is down a good chunk. Not much, but still a decent chunk, 0.4%, almost 0.5% in the red. We have the Dow down about 0.25%. All right, not a big deal. And the Russell is slightly in the green, but pretty much at break even, which I'm really eyeing up. You guys know IJR is a small cap ETF I'm eyeing up, which I think could do well still this year. I mean, obviously, I think it could still do well. And IJR now is at a big resistance here, guys. You can see here if I draw this trend line out, not only are we under $1.20, $120 per share, which we struggled at back in July, back in August, back in September, back in October. Not only are we under that resistance, but we're under the 180 moving average here on the 4-hour chart as well, which is at about 120. That's a big spot. Big spot of resistance, which if IJR is able to break out of that, whether it's later today, next week, the week after that, I don't know when it happens, if it even does happen, which I think it will happen, but you never know. But if it does happen, if we take out 121, 120, this could really start going mid-high 120s, even higher from there, right? That's kind of where we're at now on this thing, guys. So I'm going to set my alert at $120 per share on IJR, small cap ETF, and we'll see where it goes from that point. So, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe here on the main channel on YouTube and my second channel, Stas Talks Money. That is linked right down below. Different type of content on there. Make sure to go check it out and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Open up your account, deposit at least $100. You get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, totaling 30 stocks. And overall, for now, your uninvested cash will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, come on, it's a no-brainer. Check out the link right down below or go to stasurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.